Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Guys, my Big Rock V3, I've owned this now for exactly a year, and I've realised that I haven't done any update videos for it, in the sense of letting you know what's good, what's bad, basically the good, bad and ugly, and some of the upgrades that have worked and some of the upgrades that haven't. There are a few things I need to point out on this vehicle. So what we're going to do is basically dive down. I'm going to put the head cam on, we're going to talk about the car, and then I can show you some of the breakages and some of the upgrades I've done, alright? So yeah, let's dive down below. See you down below, guys. Right guys, so as I said, welcome back. Thank you obviously for putting up a little bit of a hiatus from me and the channel. I've not been feeling very well recently, so I've took a bit of time off base and tried to collect my thoughts and work out what would be good to show you and whatnot, and just basically make myself feel a bit better. But anyway, Big Rock V3. I've had this for a year now. I've really enjoyed owning this truck. Let's get something straight. It's one of my favourite trucks. I don't dislike the vehicle in any shape or form, but I wanted to give you an honest opinion on why I think sometimes maybe weigh up the cost and everything of owning the vehicle. Now, just to give you an heads up, guys, I have kept a lot of the parts that I've replaced. All right, so that is a death count over there, should we say? But let's just quickly go over what the truck is as it stands, all right? And some of these upgrades I've done to the vehicle are not typically necessary to owning it, all right? Get that out of the way. I've done some upgrades on you that I feel that I wanted to do, and I enjoyed doing them in the process. Anyway, right, let's get the body clips off. Massive thanks to each and every one of you obviously watching the channel. I really do appreciate all the support you've been giving me. We're nearly on the cusp of 1,000 guys, and I've thoroughly enjoy all the participation in the comments and everything. So yeah, big thumbs up to you all. Honestly, amazing. Right, this is my Big Rock, guys. As you can see, very much a standard kind of look right the way through the 3S range. So this video would apply to many of the 3S cars, but obviously the Big Rock, there's certain features that are a bit different to the others. What have I got on there as we stand? I still got the standard shocks, guys, all right? I have got, as you see in my previous live stream, upgraded GPM shafts. Now, what I'll do is I'll go through the car and then we'll show you what I've replaced. So GPM shafts, I've got 4S diffs front and rear. All right, again, you would have seen that on the channel. I've got the 4S motor plate, and there I've got a metal 57 tooth spur and a 20 tooth pinion. Mud guards on the rear. I fitted, now this isn't necessarily what I fitted here, but I have fitted it. I've got the 4S ESC and the 4S motor. An upgraded rocket fan front and rear, e.g. motor and ESC. Also, I've got an upgraded drive shaft support. What else have I put on the vehicle? Metal pivot balls all the way through the vehicle, all right, to take out any slop. I've also got a bash bar on the bottom of it, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much everything here. All metal gearing. And I do really like this truck. Let's not pull any punches here. What else have I done? The body, I fitted on some, as you can see, some 3D printed, basically body, what do they call them? Support. I have fitted a Vortex rear spoiler, but that was because I've managed to break the shell. And I've reinforced the body, guys, with elastic fantastic and also scrim tape. Did that on the channel going back at the start of summer. And yeah, I do. Oh, and also I've got the upgraded aluminium steering Arrma as well, and that's a cracking little upgrade if you want to take out any of the slop in the car. Overall, it's been an absolutely fantastic and enjoyable experience to run this vehicle. Got an upgraded servo in there as well, guys. Okay, so yeah, that's 25 kilogram, I believe. No, actually, no, I tell a lie. I've still got the Spectrum in there. I took the 25 kilogram out and put it in another vehicle, so I will put that back, actually. I forgot all about that. I ran the truck last weekend. It ran absolutely flawlessly. I had a bit of a bad landing and snapped the drive shaft. Now this seems to be a reoccurring theme on this truck, okay? So let's talk about this tray of nonsense here. Okay, I put the body over here, put the truck over there. Okay, this, guys, is what I call my death count. On this tray are some of the things I've had to replace, and also some of the upgrades I've done and felt it took them back off because I didn't feel that they were worth it. Let's just quickly go over the elephant in the room here. All right, for me, the biggest fault with this truck are this, and this. All right, as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 composite diffs, guys. Now, could I have upgraded to the 4S diffs further down the line? Yes, but I'm still in a place basically where I wanted to try and kind of give this truck a chance to shine. These diffs, guys, okay, the composite diffs, in my opinion, are made out of chocolate. They're absolute garbage. And anyone with a 3S truck will actually tell you the same thing. Eventually, you're going to run into a problem where this diff absolutely kills itself. The worst part about this for me is the actual gearing inside is absolutely fine. Everything's working in fine. The differential is turning, it's doing what it's meant to do. As you can see, I've tried shimming the actual diff case. Now, I believe a lot of the problem here, and it is being well documented, is these yokes. These yokes tend to get warm and then they flay themselves out, which actually causes the input and crown gear not to connect properly, and then you end up stripping the crown gear, guys. So yeah, what are we talking here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diffs. All right, and as I mentioned, they're not cheap. All right, it's not like you're paying £5 for them. So quite a hefty count there. The next one for me is the drive shafts. Okay, the drive shafts. It's only in the past, say, 3-4 months I've started having this issue, and I have put it down to trying to put better shocks on the vehicle. So I'm going to give it a go. I've gone back to the standard shocks, so the car sits more naturally, and if you look, the drive shafts are on a flatter angle. All right, I think what was happening with these outcast shafts was the arms were sitting slightly like that, and when you would land or they'd overextend, obviously it caused the knuckle. But I've also seen many people saying about these knuckles here, they wear out. Again, they're composite. As you can see by there is a bit of wear on the inside of the actual composite, and what happens is they then separate themselves on the actual joint itself. I've tried pushing it back on many occasions, putting the lighter on, trying doing all sorts of things basically to get this to work. And they always end up, you know, as another set there, they always end up, big rock rear drive shafts, they always end up breaking. Now, okay, the other problem I had, and straight away, this was the second day of owning this vehicle, was the motor plates, guys. Have a look at this. Right, okay. Look at the rock in that. Now, that's meant to be perfectly straight. The motor, where if you have a nasty shunt, and this one's the same, if you have a nasty shunt, what happens is the motor pulls itself forward and then bends it. So if you can imagine there, that's attached to the gearbox, the motor's attached to there. And what happens is the motor shifts forward and then bends the actual plate. So again, well documented on many Facebook group and also the Arrma forums. Yeah, made out of Swiss cheese, those absolutely garbage. I've decided to go for the 4S mount. All right, and so far it's held up absolutely brilliant. But I've also had in this one, I've had the custom RC upgrades motor mount. So if you're going to own one of these, definitely upgrade your motor mount. The other thing was the slipper assembly. So what happens with these is two things. They either crack, so this is actually off the boost, all right, so I'm just showing you just to give you an idea, but they either crack on the inside here, the teeth wear away there, or what happens is if you're running a little bit more power, this tends to flare out and then cracks. Again, commonly documented problem. It is, if you're a 3S owner, you will completely understand that. The other thing, guys, upgrade the fans. As you can see, I've got a different fan there. I've got two of the same, but I've got a upgraded fan there. I've got the rocket fan, which basically I've taken out of one vehicle because the wire was just starting to fray because something I'd done in a bit of a bump. But definitely upgrade your fans, guys. And if you're running larger battery packs, these what I will say as well is remove these little holders here, because unfortunately the way Arrma's designed this, only certain battery packs will actually work. I recently started running graphenes, Urus, and these stopped me from actually putting them in the car. So the other thing, guys, turnbuckles. As you can see, again, bent. The one more thing I'm going to point out to you guys, all right, is if you're a 3S owner, you're going to run through these like no tomorrow. The bearings in this vehicle, I can actually take this out, maybe run it through grass, and I come back and I've got to replace the bearings. So I've kept a couple of the old ones, and as you can see, you've got some new ones in there as well. The other thing, everyone tells you to upgrade to RPM arms. Right, now I know with RPM you can straighten them out, right? They've got plastic memory, these, but I don't want to be doing that all the time, honestly. So all I've actually done is gone back to the stock ones, and I've never had an issue since. So yeah, RPM arms, do I like them? Yeah, they're okay, they flex. But if you, any period of time where the car sat on its wheels, yeah, they will bend, guys. One more thing. Shock shaft, and also the bottom of the shock shafts with the standard shocks. They are prone to snapping, so be prepared to replace those. But I know that seems like a big, hefty amount that I've done on the vehicle, but I don't know, there's just something about this truck that I actually have really enjoyed owning. It's fun, it's fast, it's a bit crazy. It's a bit stupid, but also when I'm running this, I can chase down 4S, 6S cars with the right gearing, have a lot of fun. I don't feel like I'm losing anything when I'm actually running the vehicle. Let's put the body on the right way, shall we? There you go. And it will remain in my arsenal for a bit of period of time now. I just like the way this truck runs. It's not perfect, all right, as you can see, shocks I need to work on something because it does tend to bottom out a little bit, but it's not perfect by any shape or form, but it's been a massive just a pleasure to own, in the sense of when you're running the vehicle. Yes, I have had problems with parts, but I'm at a point now that I enjoy the vehicle so much that I'm starting to use it a lot more again, and I don't know, they're just good fun. Would I recommend the 3S car over the 4S car? No, all right, because a lot of the 4S upgrades that I put into this vehicle are actually on the 4S anyway. If your budget only allows you to run a 3S car and you're happy enough slowly and surely upgrading it, get one. Total load of fun. I won't be getting rid of mine. I do enjoy the vehicle, and it's just something that I've had a great deal of fun running. That's enough really of showing you what's what. I'm going to come back up and we'll go from there, guys. But I hope this has been informative for some people who are looking at obviously the 3S cars. I know Arrma has discontinued a lot of the 3S, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be bringing out a new version of the 3S cars. I'm hoping that they've done away with the slipper like they've done with the 4S car, and now you're able to basically get the metal gearing in there. We'll see, all right, but let's dive up top. Hey guys, welcome back. So as you can see, there are a few caveats to owning this truck. I don't dislike it in any shape or form. It's been a pleasure to own, but there are a few issues. As I mentioned, public enemy number one is definitely the diffs for me. I've burned through a lot of composite diffs, and now we've ended up with the 4S gears, is it? Yeah, 4S gearing. absolutely love the truck though. There's something about it, I just want to keep on running it, and I can't see in any time soon that this is going to be going anywhere. This is like my guilty pleasure then. It's one of those vehicles that I know possibly I should kind of stop using maybe, and then move on to a different truck, but it's just, I love it. I take it out each time. It gives me a lot of pleasure in running the vehicle, and yeah, I mean, as you can see, there are a few caveats to owning the vehicle, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I suppose that's RC, that's going to be on any vehicle you own. There are going to be breakages, and let's not pull any punches here. Whether you've got a 2S, 3S, 4S, 6S, 8S vehicle, when you take it out, from time to time things break. But it's the frequency, I suppose, of how many breakages you're actually going to get. I want to thank each and every one of you for obviously liking, sharing and subscribing, and all the comments and everything. Guys, please keep it up. We're on the cusp of hitting that 1,000, and I'm absolutely over the moon with the community participation side of things. It's amazing. I have a great deal of pleasure going through those comments and just interacting with each and every one of you. Guys, make sure you chuck a like on the video if you've liked the video. Make sure you share it if you want to share it out amongst your friends. Every single like, it actually helps me with these videos to keep on providing you with videos as we're going along, if that makes sense. The more we get noticed on this channel, the better it's going to be. I'm going to stop bumping my gums. Check the box for more videos. Stay awesome, guys. I'll see you later.